So, I just got out of this movie, as a matter of fact. Take this down. But yeah, I literally just went and saw this. Okay. That's right. Dodging COVID like a motherfucker. But yeah, so I just saw this in theaters, and I am so happy that I caught this in theaters, because, you know, people forget when you're in movie theaters, you know, what you're watching, it has your full undivided attention. You know, my phone's off and everything, and first off, just the film print, the resolution of the photography and the footage here is just fucking mint. This is literally, I've never seen this much footage of Martin Luther King. And it's just so startling seeing this much. Some of the footage was so so much of the footage is startling, but there was just one shot where it was outside. It looked like a fall, cold day. It was just Martin Luther King standing next to this reporter. They're both quiet as everyone else is setting up the shots and getting their mics and shit ready. And Martin is not speaking. He's sort of just like looking around aimlessly, and like cars are going by. It's just so fascinating just to sort of just see him, you know, just as a person, not as this motivational speaker all the time. And let me tell you something. I should have been, but I was not aware of the FBI literally just dissecting his life. And in the 60s, just the way that the FBI was using surveillance on him, and J. Edgar Hoover's, you know, almost nonstop pressure on Martin. It's just like, holy fucking shit. And the way that Martin was made to look controversial in the eyes of the public, or across the face of newspapers or news stories, it's just insane, man. I mean, holy shit. And then the thing that blew me, okay, so I love that this documentary is a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 documentary. It's a 10 out of 10. It is a must watch, okay? This shit is jaw-dropping. It is startling. Even like when I was just hearing about the film and thinking about the title, like my head was spinning, because I was like, oh no, I already know this is going to be whiplash inducing. And oh my God, when the opening credits were coming on, I literally was like, readjusting in my seat and taking a lot of deep, heavy breaths, because I knew, like, this shit's going to be rough. This shit was painful. I mean, this documentary is so important. It is so masterfully made. The soundscapes, the score is really good. The editing, again, is masterful. This whole thing is told through archival footage, which is so awesome. I love this. I just love that technique, if you will. Like, I'm so glad that we're not constantly like cutting back to people in 2020, you know, talking with like Instagram in the background or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like with their iPhones out. Like, it was really nice to only see this told through visually archival footage, and it's just so transportive, this documentary. It really gives you like a weird bird's eye view of these events, and it's just unimaginable. I mean, what was this? August 30th, 1963. We must mark him now as the most dangerous Negro in the future of this nation. This documentary pissed me off so much at points. I was just like, some of this information, I don't even know if I need to hear because it just pissed me off so much. Like, what? Like, all the surveillance that they did on Martin, they're saying that all of this is going to be released to the public like February of 2027. Holy shit. I mean, this is such a double-edged sword because this in no way, shape, or form can be substantially positive for the FBI, if positive at all. Fucking unlikely, but you know what I'm trying to say, not gonna be positive at all. And then with Martin, like, and this is obviously, I'm not saying this documentary just told us something we never heard before. No, but at the same time, it's one thing to hear about something, it's another thing to be hearing like literal audio clips or seeing, hearing literal audio clips, again, these completely graphic descriptions of these alleged affairs, which is not something that I've, all this talk about, you know, Martin being in an orgy or in orgies or having affairs with multiple women. This is not something I have done research into. Whatever happens, whatever information is pulled from these goddamn tapes in 2027, Jesus. Listen, it's not going to change my fucking opinion. People are complicated, but it's like, shit, I didn't need to hear about that. I don't need to know about all that shit, okay? I care for how we're supposed to remember Martin, not for these fucking, you know. But yeah, this documentary is fucking mind-blowing. It is, it's a masterpiece. I think it's a must-watch. You have to check this shit out. Like, it's just baffling. Baffling. Obviously, I ain't saying nothing new, but it's baffling. Racism is just so utterly baffling. It is exceptional that racism took place in any form. That's so baffling. Like, I spend most of my days thinking about, like, creativity, fucking, like, quantum mechanics, you know, trying to be, you know, being a good person and shit. You know, and to think that grown-ass adults were dead seriously were like, yeah, blacks are inherently bad, prone to bad, and we can't let them get too smart or too great. Like, that's just, God, what the fuck? What the fuck? The way that the FBI was talking about him, it's just like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Unbelievable. I remember they were showing footage of Martin debating with someone named Gay, this woman. I was like, oh my God, some of the statements she was, and questions she was throwing at Martin, I was just like, oh my God. Oh, what a turbulent time. Holy shit. But honestly, so much of what they were showing from back then is still overlapping into today. When Martin was talking about Vietnam, and he's talking about how, like, why are you guys over there being so worried about Vietnam? What about cleaning up the fucking racism and the poverty in the streets of America instead? Like, it's just some thought-provoking shit. This is mind-blowing shit. I honestly don't know, unless you are just like a huge professional historian or something. I just don't understand how you could watch this film without your brain spinning in your dome. Again, it's a 10 out of 10. Whoa. But I don't think I have anything particularly much else to add, but wow. That really took me aback. Holy shit. Yeah. This is the first 2021 film that I've seen, and yeah, it's 10 out of 10. It's fantastic. I'm fucking overwhelmed.